Hello, Frugal Force. Once again, this is Captain Frugal for another episode of Road Rage. It's a dark morning here. Since it's early. Unfortunately, now we're at the point of the year, which, don't get me wrong, I love this fall kind of part of year where it's getting to be about fall. But now it's dark on my drive to work, so it sort of stinks, but hey, it is what it is. So anyway, today I want to talk about games. It's been reported now that there's more of a push for cross-platform across consoles. And finally, the big holdout that's been really against cross-platform, which is Sony, is finally starting to look like bend the knee. They're going to do a beta with Fortnite and I believe PUBG, because those are big ones and people want to be able to play cross-platform, and I think that's great. I've been wanting cross-platform for many years. I remember there was a while I stopped playing much for games. I mean, I've always liked games, but there was a good period where I just didn't have time. I was so busy in life and things, and I got a PlayStation 3 with a TV. It was a box deal, and actually ended up being a really good deal. And and so I had this thing. This PlayStation was pretty much sitting collecting dust. I used it as a movie player. We did for like a year or so, and otherwise it never got used. Then one day my brother brought an Xbox 360 over, and he brought some games, and we just had a blast. We had a great time, and that got me back into playing some games again. So I went to the store and bought, some games for like $3 or whatever, and started playing games, and then, it got me back into it. And as I said, I was playing games before, I took a break from it for a while. I think it was around the GameCube era. I had that great GameCube. I thought was a great system, by the way, and I beat some games on it. And I think just based on with all I was just so busy with everything, I just didn't play anymore. And so that got me back into it. Well, anyway, as I said, he had the Xbox 360, and I thought, it'd be great if we could play some games together virtually. And unfortunately, since he had the Xbox 360 and I had the PlayStation 3, we couldn't do it. Eventually, he ended up getting a PlayStation 3 so he could play that way. The reason we went to PlayStation 3 is you didn't have to pay a monthly subscription. And that, sorry about that. And that's another issue I had with that, is if you're going to be paying a monthly subscription, to be utilizing that device, let's offer something more. Let's make that cross-platform. That way you can play with other people that have the game on a different platform. Because, who wants to make... What happens if you buy it on one platform and a bunch of your friends buy it on another? You're expected to buy the game again? So cross-platform can be as I think it's a great thing. It's finally nice to see Sony caving the knee a little bit. But then again, let's not jump the gun. Just because they are doing it on these games doesn't mean it's going to be, a fully embraced thing with Sony. So... yeah, we'll see what happens. But, I don't see what Sony has to fear. They've had a great lineup of exclusive titles that are really, they're whipping on all, against Xbox and things. But I understand, it's business. But with that said, I don't understand why you don't think you could sell more. Because maybe by not having cross-platform, you're getting people to jump ship and buy the other brands where they wouldn't have, and they would have bought it from your platform. So I'm really happy to see that. Now, granted, yes, I realize for anybody here that knows me, I don't have any of those new platforms yet. I know new, right? They're 4 years old. I don't have them, but I tell you that's another thing to entice me, because one of the reasons I don't have them is, one, is the upfront cost. I think they're expensive. Two, you have to pay a fee to be online with them, and I don't like that. Though I understand the concept. They have to maintain the servers and things like that, which, if that's the case, Sony should be doing a better job. So, I don't like the fact of paying all that money to be connected, online to their servers. But once again, I understand that's business, and that's something to pay for. So, eventually I'm going to have to make that jump. Because when I play older stuff, it's not always available anymore. Like some of the games I used to love to play online, they don't have network connections anymore. Matter of fact, if I play sport games, I usually buy older sport games because, let's be honest, how much does Madden change? Stuff like that. not a whole lot. Some of these other ones. So I usually get an older one for like $2. And so right now, I'm playing Madden 2013, which is the 2012 season. It's the one that has Calvin Johnson on the cover from the Lions. So I'm playing that, and there's no network connectivity, which stinks because, you know, that's when I'd like to have a friend or something pick up for cheap and we can just play it, because I don't need the newest roster and things. I'm just playing football for fun on a game. I mean, come on now. When I was playing 10-yard fight and stuff, I didn't have to have, you know, all the characters accurate stuff. Though granted, I love the great graphics and things like that. It's and a lot of fun, but or mediocre graphics, because let's be honest, they could have done better on a lot of stuff. But hey, it is what it is. But yeah, I can't play that game unless it's, you know, cross-platform. I can't play that game online because the network isn't there, or cross-platform for that fact either. But I think it's going to be good to see that trend and push. So this is one more thing that maybe go, maybe it's getting closer for me to make that leap time, because there is a lot of games on the system now. What I do is I wait till the system has a lot of games out and they're cheap. So, you know, where I can get them for $6 or so or less for a game. That's when I usually start getting my systems. So there's a lot of games on there I'm looking for, like Spider-Man. But the Spider-Man games for years now have not went down much. Even, you know, Spider-Man 2 and up, the games are pretty expensive still. I really want the Resident Evil 7. I think that looks great. There's several other ones there too. God of War, you know, but once again, I'll wait till they're cheap. I beat all the God of War games except for Ascension. I haven't played Ascension. I have it. I have never played that one yet. What I usually do is, you know, I go through and play some, and then I take a break from the series so it stays fresh. Except for the Uncharted. The Uncharted series is one series that, man, I started and played all the games I had through there at once. It's 1, 2, and 3, and I beat the Vita one. I don't have the new system, so I can't play the new ones yet. I'm looking forward to those as well, come to think of it. All right, so I wanted to ramble on that. There is hope now for more cross-platform, especially for the Sony people. There is hope out there, but let's not be too hopeful. I could just be jumping on this bandwagon temporarily because those games are so big right now, and they don't want to miss out on being a part, because other people will get enticed to buying different systems for Christmas and things like that, so they can have that online playing on those games like PUBG and Fortnite, and they don't want to miss out, and so they figured they better jump on the bandwagon. So who knows after that if it's going to continue. So let me know, what games are you playing right now? What games would you like to play cross-platform? Like Left 4 Dead would be awesome on other systems, by the way, if they would do it. I love it. I'm on Xbox, great game. If you've never seen that, I did do a live stream video with that before. I have the second one. I've never played it yet. I hear it's even better. I'd love to see another game in that series, but I don't know if we ever will. But I was really thinking it was Dead Island. Dead Island was fun for people. I don't like playing Dead Island by myself. It's not scary or anything. It's just not as fun. With multiple people, that's when Dead Island's fun. So what games would you like to see cross-platform? What games are you playing now? Maybe even what games would you recommend for a cheap price? Thanks for taking time to listen to me babble. If you enjoyed these videos as well as my other ones, check them out, give them a thumbs up, hit that notifications bell, tell other people about it as the channel is slowly growing. The Frugal Force is powerful. I appreciate that. If you want to help, just go down to the info bar down below. You could help by contributing as little as $1 a month. I do occasional Patreon subscriber only videos, as well as giveaways. So you never know what's coming your way. And thank you for taking the time to listen. And until next time, keep it frugal.